those of you that weren't here right before spring break, take this packet. This has everything you'll need to know about internship. We're getting into HPR and 4911, what happens when you're on internship. Generally the class meets 2 times. One is on the first day of the semester and one is on the last day of the semester for your internship presentations. Some of you are going to be doing it abroad. Some of you might be doing it in Florida or Nashville or wherever you know, might not be around here when you're doing an internship. So you will be able to make those 2 classes, and there'll be some alternative measures that we can take at that point. But for the most part, and also the class is going to be offered online moving forward as well. So there won't be that first and last day component of internship. And there's a benefit to that. If you're doing it over the summertime, you don't have to worry about being here for those 2 days of the presentation. The presentation will be all online. It will be with PowerPoint or a PowerPoint presentation, so you won't have to worry about any of that. But I want to make sure before you leave that you know exactly what the expectations are for the internship. So basically, as we talked about last time, the internship is 360 hours. It used to be 480, but I lowered that because a lot of employers were trying to squeeze that into a 12-week period. They didn't want to hire students full-time just for 1 semester, and you get into a whole lot of situations with benefits and all that. So basically, we got it down to 30 hours. But with that being said, you might not be able to get those 360 hours within the time frame of 1 semester, and that's okay. You can start your internship now, run it through the summer. It doesn't have to be coincided with the school's academic term. So this kind of opens us up for that option for you. So basically, you know, as we start to discuss, the learning goals of internship are gaining practical experience with in a business environment, acquiring knowledge of the industry, applying knowledge and skills learned in the classroom in a work setting, develop a greater understanding about career options while looking more clearly defining personal and career goals, experience the activities and functions of business professionals, develop and refine oral and written communication skills, identify areas for future knowledge and skill development. It's basically a great way, and what we're doing with our internship partners is ensuring that they are focusing on students here. It's not just a part-time job. So we're trying to create those internship opportunities with business partners who understand what our requirements are. And like I said, if you go to Axiom Mentor, you'll see you will see sites that are already approved. Now, there are other internship sites out there. It's not to say that that they won't be approved. You just have to run it by me, of course, and then be approved for internship. There are some cases where students who are working for one organization right now will come to me and ask if they can do that as an internship. I do it on a case-by-case basis. So basically, you know, I have to talk to your employer and find out and make sure that it's all about making sure that you're learning while doing this internship, not just a job. And then you'll find that there's various things that career services and I will forward you throughout the course of the semester, throughout the course of the year. Once you're in HPRM 3911 or in this class here, and you've completed professional development, then you move into a different bucket where I start sending you internships. Now, some internships go out to everybody, and some are, you know, they look. Some internship providers will email or call me and ask for some students that might fit this particular. That might be a good fit for an internship. So that's where we're gathering all this information over the course of the semester, both here and online, finding out exactly what you want to do in your future and what you want to do for your internship, and we try to, you know, play Cupid and match you up. So moving on to page 28, everything with the internship is done on an eCourseWare, D2L. Again, it's a minimum 360 hours. And then we have the grading and assignment breakdown. First is pre-internship assessment. That's just completing a qualtrics assessment at the beginning of the term. DC 5% there. Memorandum of agreement and SMART goals. Organizational introductory paper. Weekly reflective journal assignments. Revised SMART goals. Internship experience report. updated resume, internship time verification, evaluations, that's both employer evaluations and employee and intern evaluations, and then your final class presentation. That totals 100%. It's important to update a resume. You're already going to have your resume completed in this class, but you want to update it with the experiences that you have in your internship and make sure that it reflects everything that you had done since this class. Anybody have any questions so far? Okay. Okay, so just remember while you're in internship, you are representing Kenneth Wilson School. So we do ask, especially with some of our preferred internship providers, that there's no real games being played there, even with regards to accepting the position or not accepting the position, just being professional from the very beginning, and not no call, no shows, things like that, or not showing up for internships. Once you sign on to do it, we expect you to be a professional at all times. That being said, arriving at work early, ready to work, stay for the agreed upon time, present yourself in a professional manner, dress appropriately, respectfully communicate any concerns with the supervisor. Also stay in contact with me as well. When we get to 411, I just see on the syllabus, I put my cell phone number on there. I don't give that out to everybody, so you know. I mean, it's just, I know some people are doing study or internships abroad or in other states, so you can call me if you have any issues, and so we can work them out. That's my job, is to make sure that it's a good experience for you, and even if you're in Disney or wherever the case may be, you feel free to call me if there's any questions, comments, or concerns. Demonstrate enthusiasm and interest in what you're doing. Complete and submit assigned tasks on deadlines, and meet all deadlines, very important. Participate in the assigned meetings at work and with the internship coordinator when you return to the University of Memphis. Keep track and accurately report internship hours. That's really important too, is keeping track of the internship hours, as we're going to get into, because you do need to have 360 hours to fulfill the class requirement. So again, it doesn't have to be in a semester. You can start, you can do it at any time. Some people don't even take the class, aren't even signed up for the class when they're doing internship. But for example, some people do their internship in the summer, and they will just keep track of everything in the syllabus. That's why we're reviewing it now. And then when they take the class in the fall, they just upload everything at that point. Okay, so you don't have to be taking the internship while you're doing the internship. It is online right now. It's meant to, or will be an N50 course, so you'll be able to take it online, but you don't have to. You don't have to at the same time. And number 8, there is no number 8. All right. So going back to pre-internship assessment, it's a Qualtrics assessment done online, and this is just a complete breakdown on page 29 of what the assignments are while you're on internship. It's very important to stay on top of all this, especially with your weekly reflective journal entries, because we're doing that for a reason. So every week, so you sit down for 20, 30 minutes and reflect upon what you learned that week. It's really important to do it at that time, because you go back a week later when I remember everything, and we want to really, this is going to benefit you a lot. Also benefits you in your final presentation to show everything that it's going to make it a lot easier at the end instead of struggling the last couple minutes to get it done. Organizational introductory paper, again, that's 10%. Weekly reflective journal entries, which we'll get to. That's every Sunday night. You're just uploading that online. That'll be via Dropbox. We do a revised SMART goals. You're going to do your SMART goals initially, which is going to be tied to your memorandum of agreement with your employer. That's basically the goals that you're trying to accomplish during your internship. So you're going to create SMART goals, which we're going to go over. But halfway through, you're going to revise those SMART goals. If you're not, one of the things about that is you have to be able to be flexible in your approach and be able to achieve your goals. So you have to change your approach, and that's why mid-semester what we do is we take the evaluations from both you and the internship provider, and we sit down and we discuss that either virtually on the phone whatever the case may be. If you're in town, we can do it in person, but it's important that you're revising your goals to be able to achieve your learning objectives. Internship experience report is a somewhat detailed report, but if you're doing everything from the beginning, which is the memorandum, which is the organizational introductory paper, everything kind of flows into the next assignment for you. So at the end, it's really not that difficult to do the PowerPoint for your presentation at the end if you're doing all the assignments as you should be. Again, internship time verification and then evaluations, which everything is done on Qualtrics. Turning the page, we have the presentation, final presentation. If it is an online class that you're doing, it'll be an online where you do a voiceover with the PowerPoints. But most will opt to do the in-class presentations. Have any of you raised your hands if you've been in any of the presentations before? Okay. Were you able to get anything out of being there? What did you learn?
A lot of the last students, they did them on their jobs. I didn't like that. But just that it's options that you should reach out for, like not